Again, we're at the point in the problem set where I think you can follow the key if you're having trouble. But again, I can't say enough times, please try to do the problems without looking at the key. If you get stuck, looking at a key might be helpful. Right. The first thing I did was on the left-hand side, I got a common denominator, which is basically just a product of these two. And the product of those two would be x squared minus 2ax minus 2bx plus 4ab. And then what do you get on top? You get ax minus 2a squared minus bx, and then you get plus 2b squared. Relatively simple. The right side, I did nothing with it, left it alone, all right? So I kind of understand that. Then the next thing, and again, you may wonder, did I do this initially? Probably not. I probably did something different, realizing that, if I just tried something different, it might be a little bit easier for me. And I would say if I'm going going down the wrong path, I switch. I go to something else. Let me erase this, and I'm pretty comfortable with that step over there. The next thing I did was I did some factoring by grouping, all right? So looking at it, I noticed the bottom, fairly simple, what I kind of expect to see. Whoops. And what I do there, I basically just associate the two internal terms, which you should be doing anyway, factoring out, minus 2x, and you get the a plus b on it. All right, not too bad. Now in the numerator, that's a little more complicated. This thing over here, let's just go through that. And I associate the x together, so x times, that would be, I'm doing the numerator now, a minus b. And then what do you see there? Well, then you'd see, minus 2 a squared minus b squared. And what do I notice about that? That's x, a minus b, minus 2, a minus b, a plus b. All right? That's where this is coming from. All right, let me get my eraser out. I'm going to start to erase things. And I want you to focus in on something now. All right? Now, again, we're trying to solve for x. What do I notice? There's a factor of a minus b on both sides of the equation. So what I did was I divided it away. All right? Now, again, if a is equal to b, that would be a solution to the problem. But, I'm trying to solve for x, all right? So it's not the a and the b in the problem I'm trying to solve for. I'm trying to solve for the x. So what I'm going to do is divide both sides by a minus b. Now, what would you get there? You would get x, then you get minus 2 times a plus b. This side, you get a 1, all right? Now, someone says, all that work, it still doesn't look easy to me. I got to be honest with you, it looks easier to me than the original problem, right? But it's still somewhat of a nightmare, all right? So let me get my eraser out, and I'm pretty comfortable getting to that line, all right? Now what I'm going to do is multiply both sides by the LCD, or what a lot of students refer to as cross multiplication. I'm going to write that down for you, though. And that's going to be, the left-hand side would be x minus 2 a plus b times, it's crazy looking, minus that. That's the left-hand side. And the right-hand side is just simply x squared minus 2x a plus b plus 4ab. All right? Then what do I notice? I'm kind of looking at it, and I think I'm going to, I guess, expand it a little bit. Let's do that. Let's see if we get that. So it's going to be x squared plus 2 a plus b squared minus 3x a plus b. That's the right-hand side. The left-hand side, there's not much I can do about that. It's still this over here. All right, let's look at it, see if we got that. Did I get this here? Well, in a different order, but I got it. I got the x squared. I got the 2 times the a plus b squared. I got the minus 3x times a plus b. Now, this side, it's a no-brainer. It's the same thing. It's x squared minus 2x a plus b, 4ab. What do I notice, though? I notice something about that that's going to make the problem a lot easier for me. I'm going to subtract x squared from both sides, and it kind of disappears. I mean, you subtract x squared, that's gone. And so what am I left with? Well, I'm going to get the x's on one side by adding 2xa plus b, and I'm going to get the constant on the other side by subtracting 2 times a plus b squared. And that's how I got to this line over here, which I got to be honest with you, the things are getting simpler and simpler. The next thing I would do, get my eraser out. The next thing I would do is I would look at the two terms on the left side and combine their coefficients, because it's a variable x, right? You get minus x times a plus b. On the right side, I'd multiply it out, because it looks pretty interesting if I do that. And let me just go through that with you. You get 4ab minus, well, that's going to be 2a squared minus 2b squared. And then you're going to get, let's see, minus 4ab. Well, isn't that convenient? So we left off with minus 2a squared minus 2b squared. All right? What do I do now? I multiply both sides by minus 1, and you're going to get x, a plus b equals 2a squared plus 2b squared. And then divide by x's coefficient, and lo and behold, you get 2a squared plus 2b squared over a plus b. Exactly what they got over here. All right? So this is good news. I'm always doubting myself when I do something. And what I did was I typed in my Sage code in. I want to see if it could do it. And it does it beautifully. And it gives me the same exact answer. Now, someone says a little slight variation on it. It's true. It factors the 2 out. But it's the same answer. All right? That's good news, by the way. Thank you.